Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elise, and today I'm going to be doing a collab with two YouTubers. This is my first collab ever, besides like my painting projects, and it's with Pink Baby G. That's her Instagram name, and Myra Beauty. I think that's how she pronounces it. I'm gonna put their Instagrams below, but basically this is gonna be a collab on like our best shades in the palette, and I've heard about this from Georgia Harris on YouTube. I'm not sure who they're crediting, but that's like the first person I've seen do it. Also, Angelica Nyquist, I've seen her do it. So those are the people that I've seen do it. I don't know who the originator is. I've heard a bunch of different stories, but I have 5 palettes here. I dropped one on the floor. So I'm gonna go like shade palette by palette about like which one is my favorite and why I have this palette. I only have about like less than 20 palettes in my collection right now, so each of them kind of means something to me because I'm being very selective in what palettes I'm picking up and using and buying for myself. So this is the Sleek Beauty, I blinded you guys, Under a Spell eyeshadow palette, and I want to say that this, I don't want to like blind you guys again, this shade right here is my favorite one. I don't know if these have names or not, but this is not a good travel palette. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. This is like a green, like a green metallic. Look how beautiful that is. These palettes are sold at Target. I know that for sure. I saw them a couple weeks ago. And these are not the most travel friendly. And I'll give you an example of why not. This shade that has pan in it, I did not hit pan in this. This was basically destroyed when I went on a cruise. All the other shades are fine. As you can see, I have a dip in this shade. The mattes are really nice and buttery. They're really good for people of color. Well, people my complexion, I have to say. Everything blends like a dream. The metallics, I mean, of course, you can always wet your metallics and they become like a little bit more shiny on the eyes. But like you saw with this swatch, like this is pretty metallic to begin with. So it's just going to enhance it and make it look better. And that palette was actually given to me by my swap sister, Fee, I think a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. So this is my favorite palette right here. I always talk about this in videos. This is the Lime Crime Venus 2. And I want to say that a lot of the colors in this palette are my favorite. This one that is blinding you guys right now, this Fly shade is one of my favorite shades overall. I have it in multiple palettes. It's like a white gold duochrome shift. And I'm not going to pick that color for this palette. I'm actually going to pick this shade. I'm like trying to figure out like which one I said, because like I said, I love every color in this palette. And this shade is called Mustard. And I think I've talked about this in my If I Had to Create a Fall Makeup Collection video, because it's such a good mustard shade. Like you guys can kind of see it. It's like a yellowish brown shade. It's not very pigmented swatched on me, but like on the eyes, it's amazing. I don't have to set on a primer or concealer. It's really great. And it's also really good with this, I think it's this jam shade right here. They both work really well together. This whole palette works really well together. If I had to do a quick look, I would do Jam, Mustard, and Fly on the lid, and I could just hop out the door. No primer, nothing. It's perfect. It's really reliable. If you're thinking about picking it up, I would wait until after the Ulta Beauty Christmas sale. I forget it's not the 21 Days of Beauty, but it's like their Christmas, they have after Christmas sale. I got this, I think, on December 27th when it was half off. Both the palettes were half off. So if you feel like you want a more grunge palette or you want the more modern Renaissance type palette, definitely wait to pick those up until after, or you have like enough Ulta points. I definitely feel like it's worth the $40 price tag, but I'm not paying $40 for it, so why should you? The next palette I have is, I'm sorry I'm like leaning over there on my bed. I didn't want them to fall. Was this Morocco shade from the Juvia's Place in Nubian 2. I think this was also in my fall makeup collection. These are just my favorite shades. And the reason I didn't pick Jam in the other palette is because I have Morocco here, and this is also a really pretty bright orange. I also tried to pick palettes that are still readily available, or else I would have picked my Trolls palette and my ColourPop All I See Is Magic palette. But like I said, those aren't available anymore. So I tried to pick palettes that you guys can go out and get on your own. So this is Morocco, and as you can see, this is a really pigmented orange. I love to use this in my crease or transition shade. It's really pigmented as well. Like Juvia's Place never lets me down. Okay, got 2 more palettes here. The next, am I running out of fingers? No, I'm not running out of fingers. The next shade is Aziza from, oh my goodness, sorry, Aziza from the Saharan 2 palette. And like I said, I have a lot of these type of shades, these white gold shades, like I was talking about Fly in the Venus 2 palette. So that's why it's kind of funny, I just realized something. Venus Fly Trap. Like, I was always wondering why that had fly in it, but like Venus Flytrap, because it's not black, so never mind. Let me just forget I said anything. My favorite shade is Aziza in this palette, and it's like what I was saying before. Their shades are so soft. It's like a white, like gold. That was a terrible swatch, guys. I'm sorry. A white shift gold duochrome, and I really love those types of colors. Like, we're out of fingers here. And the next palette is going to be my Morphe 39A. Like I said before, this is one of my favorite palettes. I think I used a couple of these shades in my fall makeup collection video as well. But I'm going to say my favorite shade in this palette is this. They have names, but like it had a sheet and I moved and I just was like, I'm not dealing with this. So whatever this fuchsia shade is right here, I have to say this formula of Morphe is amazing. I've had some of their single shadows before and they were okay, but these are so soft and buttery. So this is whatever that shade was, that fuchsia shade. And I also love this in the crease. As you can see, I picked out a lot of mattes. I'm a matte girl. I feel like being a woman of color and being a darker complexion, mattes are kind of the hardest to formulate for us. And when I see brands, especially like indie brands like Morphe and Lime Crime, most people have issues with Lime Crime, and Juvia's Place, and Sleek too, because I think Sleek is an indie brand, coming out with amazing mattes and formulas, I kind of wanted to highlight them. I didn't want to do too many mainstream brands. Like, I don't really have any mainstream brands. All of my brands are mostly like indie. But like I said, I didn't want to give you brands that were discontinued, so that eliminated some. And then these palettes I do use on a daily basis, so I just wanted to highlight those for you all. If you have any video requests for me, please let me know, and don't forget to watch the other collaborators, Pink Baby G and Myra Beauty. I think that's how she pronounces her name. Thank you for watching, and like, share, subscribe. Bye.